Member.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you for the Minister. Now I'm going to 250, not 604. But I have to say that this live events producer, they are not the front and center. They are the face not being seen by the public. They are the one that's behind the scene. And they are supplying all the audiovisual materials. And they are falling off the crack. So Annette MacArthur, who has operated Red Door events since 1985 and started producing events for the Variety Telethon, the music festival she managed in Grand Forks brought in $2.5 million. Annette mainly works in the non-profit event sector where they are also hurting. There's a lot of frustration in the industry, as it seems like what the province is saying and suggesting has been inconsistent. They want an opportunity to be heard so that they can work with the government to get to a solution. And they pointed out some of the event planners have tried to call government for a response, but received no reply. That's why she's asking me to speak on her behalf. Pressures on the pandemic has even taken a health toll on many of these business owners. Annette recently suffered a heart attack. And the doctor told her that this is 100% due to the stress of her business and encouraged her to consider changing her business, her career. But she is so passionate about this industry and she has decided to continue. So what has the minister got to say to Annette? Thank you, Madam Chair.
Minister.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And to the member opposite, I appreciate her raising and personalizing Annette, because it's about people. These are people that are passionate about their trade. To be an event planner, event coordinator, to invite people to your community, the residual effects of those experiences. I can think of my experiences across the province and road tripping and all of those pieces. And this is to put on the record when we go in the history books. Like, we're all dying for that right now. Every single person that I know is like dying to be dancing outside with people and celebrating and all of those pieces. And it's been a really, really long 14 months. So what do I say to Annette? Like, this has been awful. I get that. But I'm going to defend the PHO. I'm going to defend that these aren't easy decisions to make. And no one banked on dealing with a global health crisis and a pandemic and the waves that we've gone through. Sometimes we're really breaking the curve and feeling good and things felt more optimistic, and then we had to move back. And so again, to Annette, I would say, like, the struggle. I get that it's challenging to feel like you're moving forward and you might have this season to hold on to and you might have to pull that back. And I think that's why there's often a hesitation to give people like this definitive date. July 1st, we're all going to be able to go back and do all these things, because what comes with it is massive disappointment if you can't fulfill that promise. The music industry, I'm working with Parliamentary Secretary Bob Deeth in this budget, 2021. We were proud to announce $22.5 million multi-year funding for Amplify BC. This was a call to action. We believe in supporting musicians. That's a big part of our government's commitment. Same with the BC Arts Council. We've invested like $40 million, just over $40 million, to support the arts and culture group, because they're in the people business. And many of them rely on people in their audiences to perform in front of and to gather with. And that is all restricted as we speak. We'll continue engaging with the sector. Parliamentary Secretary will be engaging with the sector in the music industry field, because it is going to take some time to recover. And that transparency, that's not easy to say. Trust me, I wish I could be delivering better news. But we have to work our way out of this pandemic and get to that place where public health is feeling more confident that we can gather for those festivals and fill up parks and beer gardens and all the rest of it. So what I would say to Annette is engage with us and tell us, help us shape what does Amplify BC look like, and to always reach out to our office. The small and medium business size grant is intended to support those small and medium business operators. Thank you, Madam Chair.